So, what's up? This is the first episode of Storm and Thunder, and because I don't have a thumbnail, you will see. Well, the thing is, I'm natively German speaking, so whenever I want to say something that it's not often said in English, I would have a problem. Meaning, in other words, I need to think about it or research it and then remember it for eternity, so I never again need to research it. So, what I try to say is that you will now be the da 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 da. You will see in real time in the first episode how I'm gonna create with whatever AI witness. Yeah, nice. It's like I never heard a word, but that's not the case. So you are witnessing how I am gonna create the thumbnail with some AI. In this case, I'm gonna try to use Nano Banana. So let's figure out what we're gonna say. I need a thumbnail that I can use for all my live streams. My live stream is named Storm and Thunder by SIRAT. My name is SIRAT. I have the nickname of Human Perseus, which stands for Son of God. Human, Son of God. So please, the thumbnail needs to be awesome, epic, Zeus, Olympic, hero-like. Give me, I don't know if it's possible, but give me 3 examples so I can choose from it what I like more. Don't use any words for now. So let's see what's the outcome. Let me give a... Okay. Seems like I'm streaming. Am I streaming? Okay. Okay, awesome. This H, I really do like it. I mean, there is nothing personal about Storm and Thunder by Human. Okay, interesting. I said it shouldn't use any words, but it still uses words. So I like this one. Let me download this. And the difference of those two are only the text and the lightnings. I like number 3 more than number 1. The aspect ratio should be, I don't know what's the ratio of the thumbnail. I guess it's 60:9. Can you add something personal from myself? Ask questions, or I can also add or give you pictures of me. I don't want to waste so much time here, but let's just do it. That's a fantastic idea to make it incorporate something from you. I can either generate a new image based on the description you provided Yusuf. I have short dot no. Add text with your name and stream title. Incorporate an object or symbol that represents your... Well, let me see what happens if I give him just a picture of myself. This one is with AI. Let me give him this one. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Here's an attempt. Content blocked. Why is it blocked? Content not permitted. Why? The modular response was blocked. Please clear your chat to start a new prompt. Why does it got blocked? Because I used myself. I know it's... I can't do anything anymore. Okay, you know what? Let me take... Okay. Last try and then we start watching content. So... I don't even know how many people are watching the stream right now. I guess maybe I'm completely alone. It's the 14th of October 2025. This time I will instantly add a picture of myself. Let's do this one. So let me check something. Let me see, how can I see how many people are watching? You're the only one watching? Okay. Do you hear me? Can you make a voice? Can you make the voice on? Is my voice clear? Yeah, okay, seems like good. This is awesome. I like it. I don't know what this is about me, but I mean, like, it's not bad. So let me see if I can just change the thumbnails now here, or I don't even know where I do it. Or maybe for the next time, it doesn't matter so much. Thumbnail. Oh, this looks awesome, but nobody will understand what the fuck this is, but okay. With or without? Let's do with. I think it really looks awesome. I don't even know where you can see the thumbnail. Is it just like when the stream is finished, or I don't know. Let me use it here. Why is it happening like this? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's use this one. And done. Okay, so... Okay, now I see it. Where can I see actual how many people are watching it? I guess here, right? Yeah, I guess so. It's this one. Okay. So, what are we doing now? We finished creating the thumbnail. Looks cool. Why not? And now, you know, I think this is a
Andrew Tate just
highly interesting topic. Let me close some tabs and then start with some content
400.
that I actually really interested in taking a look. So why not? Let's see what happens. I didn't saw this video. So let's
they disagree with each
watch
other.
it together.
Of course, but I would say
A lot of them say that each other are.
if they believe in Christ, they're a Christian to a degree. What denomination isn't really as relevant is if they believe in Jesus as their Lord and Savior, that makes them a
The
Christian.
Protestants criticize
That's
the
what it
Catholics
is.
for praying to Mary.
See, that's arguments within themselves, but in general, they're all Christians because they all believe in Jesus. There's different.
Yep.
Okay, that's just 21 minutes. A part of the original stream, whatever they're talking about. The topic seems to be Myron versus Nico on Muslims in the country.
By your
Muslims, for
logic,
example,
I don't even know because it's my first stream ever. Am I allowed to say all the names? Is there any names, any name banned? Is there a name dropping forbidden? I hope not.
There's Sunni.
Would be interesting getting banned on the first
There's
stream.
Shia. Well, we don't look at them differently with our faith. Honestly, we really don't.
I don't.
They pray in the same mosque. They do some funny shit praying on
That's
rock,
not all true.
but they pray in the same mosque in general.
Sometimes there's some shit on. But
They can pray alongside.
by
somebody.
logic-
They're not considered. They're not considered kuffars. They're not considered kafirs. They're just.
The thing is, I don't even know what's about. Maybe I need to get the full picture of it because I don't know how this is cutted. So forget about this one.
Now, I don't know if I.
But what I really was interested in
Today's guest has cracked the
was like, as an example, let's take this. It's 1 hour. I make 1 million per month with 31-second video. I mean, like, if I read this, I'm thinking like everybody's rich and I'm the only one.
of short-form
It's
content.
not.
At 15 years old, he made $500,000 a month from faceless Snapchat shows using
So let's
his
see what
viral
happens.
content
That's what
formulas.
it's
So
about.
there's 3 metrics that I like to look at to improve upon people's videos. Can you make the videos longer? Can you make them higher quality? And can you improve?
But just after he dropped out of high school, the platform banned his channels overnight, nearly leading him to give up on everything. Do you know what our biggest video was on Snapchat? It made 50 one time, 20 one time, and 10 another time, just reposting it.
Dude, we had a video that made us like 700.
Instead, he doubled down on his craft, perfecting videos on every platform and co-founding Creo, an AI tool that helps other creators master short-form content.
If you understand the fundamentals of how to go viral on social media, you can turn anything viral. I
Yeah, the thing is, I don't have the fundamentals. So let's
Snapchat, I
learn.
did it on YouTube Shorts. I did it on.
He has done it on. I mean, like, if he's not talking BS, and it's really what he's saying. So maybe we can learn something from this content.
I did it on personal brand. I've done it on craft channels. People overcomplicate this way too much.
In this episode, we'll unveil the viral blueprint that's generated him billions of views, explore the psychological triggers that keep viewers hooked, and discuss how his next business is on track to overthrow Facebook. Do you think you guys are going to be bigger than Facebook? Daniel Baton, welcome to the Jack Hill Podcast.
I'm very happy to be here.
I know, man. Guys, Daniel and I have known each other since he was 15 years old. He's 18 now, right? You're about
Yeah.
to turn 19 pretty soon?
I'm turning 19 in April, so in a while.
So Daniel, you just turned 18. How much money did you make last month?
So last month, we probably did over $2 million. We've closed just at the start of this month over 8 figures in deals. So I don't really want to mention exactly the numbers yet, but we're in the 7 figures a month right now across the companies.
How about you for yourself?
Personally, I probably did just under like $700,000 last month.
Just as far as like the 2 million number,
Yeah.
like what are all the sources of revenue for
Yeah.
you?
So they span across like 4 different sources of income. Number 1 would be my software company, Creo. Number 2 would be my course. Number 3 would be my YouTube Shorts channels. And then number 4 is content.
Daniel, how many followers do you think you've gained on social media?
Probably easily above 20 million followers. 90% of those, no one knows who those accounts are. All faceless. On my own brands, I've probably gotten around like 1 million followers across all my pages, but yeah, most of it is faceless.
So walk me through exactly like what the numbers are, like YouTube Shorts channels, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat shows. Like if you had to like dig into your memory, like where are all the followers from?
Yeah, so when I first started like really going crazy on social media at 15, the first time I ever got like a real amount of followers was when I started my first YouTube Shorts channel called Slam Dunk. Bought that to 1 million subscribers in 6 months.
a million. Okay, guys, let's take some notes. Okay. Damn. Let me get a new folder. Let's take notes. So he's saying 6 months.
YouTube Shorts channel called Slam Dunk. We got that to 1 million subscribers in 6 months. That was kind of the first time that popularity started rising around YouTube
Okay.
Shorts and making faceless content around that platform. And we kind of just cracked the code there, started going really crazy on content that we were posting. And we were one of the fastest growing YouTube channels on YouTube Shorts at one point, gaining like over 50,000 subscribers a day. After that, we went over to Snapchat.
Well, okay. So 1 million in 6 months means 160k per month. Okay, that's a lot. Let's take it like this. And that, let's say 30 days, means that each day they got 5,566 new subscribers. Okay, that sounds for me a lot.
Those were like 2 to 3 minute videos on the platform. And I think in around 6 months, we gained over 20 million followers. On just one of our pages, we had 9 million followers. And so we kind of understood a few different methods at the time on how to really rank for followers, because followers are really big on the platform, and they would kind of push your videos as well. And so we optimized for followers and views. So that was the next platform. After that, I started more YouTube Shorts accounts. Across those, we've got into...
So he optimized for followers and views.
that. I started more YouTube Shorts accounts. Across those, we've got into probably around another like 4 million subscribers. And then kind of one of the biggest ways we gained followers were through our promotional accounts under my software company, Creo.ai. So we would start faceless organic short form pages on Instagram, TikTok, and run them up to promote the company. Those pages just naturally have a few million followers just because of how many views we got that converted to our software. I'm not exactly sure of that number. And then after that, I then started my personal brand. On YouTube, I have almost 200,000 subscribers. On Instagram, across all my pages, I have roughly around 500,000 followers. And then
Okay, so his personal accounts only got 200k followers. So I guess he's talking about Instagram. I don't know.
talk across all my pages, I probably have another 500,000 followers.
It's really fascinating. So your old partner was Luke,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which Luke?
Yeah, I'll
Luke.
dive into this a bit later, the whole
Really now?
Snapchat thing. I do want to talk about shorts first, but I'm pretty sure that the way we met was you and your partner, another guy named and his partner, and then me and my partner, like all consistently like had to
Artless AI voiceover feature allows you to turn your words into voices you never thought you had. Simply pick one out of the many voices that
the #1 shows on Snapchat like every single day. We were kind of just competing against each other. There was probably some other people we didn't know about, or maybe you know the names of them.
Dude, if I remember correctly, there was like a top 15 ranking for shows, and we owned like 15 as a group out of the 15 top shows. And
You
so
and
like,
Luke did?
yeah, like for the top 10, we know that we owned like 7 out of the top 10. And then amongst you and then the other people that were in the group, they owned the rest. And so we genuinely had Snapchat in our hands at one point, and you couldn't go on the platform and not see our pages on the front page.
Yeah, that was an interesting time period. And I remember getting on a call with you for the first time, and you being like you were 15, and you were just telling me stuff that like I, as a content creator for like several years now, I was like, oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, I didn't realize that. I was like, this kid is smart. But yeah, I'm not surprised at the point that you've ended up in your career with the success you've had. So on social media, what's the single biggest misconception people have about going viral?
I think people think going viral is consistency, when I don't agree with that. I think a lot of people think that you have to be consistent, you have to post a lot of content, and there's a big misconception that that's what equates to virality. And although like that is a factor to it, I think people don't prioritize making genuinely good videos enough. And so I've kind of understood from running a ton of pages to a ton of different types of verticals. So like trying to promote a software company or trying to funnel to a program or whatever it may be, just trying to get views. Quality beats quantity, I think, pretty much every single time. And the reason I say this is a Mr. Beast philosophy. One really good video that takes a month to make can get you 50 million views versus 4 not as good videos that you output get to like 1 mil or 5 mil. And so I personally really prioritize quality on everything I do. And that's just always what I've been ingrained with pretty much every single channel I've ever ran. But you can have really good quality with really good quantity. You just need to be able to track and kind of crack that method. And that's by building a good team that can output the quality that you want at the amount of times you want to upload. But I think quality is a very big metric that a lot of people undermine. I get a lot of people coming to me and being like, yo, I've posted for the last 3-4 months. I haven't seen any results. It's because your videos are ass. Like, your videos are ass, so you are not going to see results. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, focus on quality, and that's going to get you to where you want to be, whether it be views, converting to your product. Quantity is cool, but quantity without any quality behind it isn't going to get you anywhere.
I 100% agree with this. I guess my only pushback is when people say that quantity breeds quality. And as someone that's so young, I mean, you put a lot of reps in as far as editing people's content, but like, how are you able to just start with quality?
It's calculated. So you start without knowing anything. You don't know what you don't know. But a lot of people like to post and then not trying to improve on the videos that they're making and keep going at the same formula. That's the wrong way. You should post as much as you physically can, but learn from every single thing you put out. Track the metrics, look at the back end, look at the comments, try to figure out how to get better. Just posting and putting output is not going to get you anywhere. I put a lot of output out when I was 12, 13. I would edit for these creators and I started my own channels. The first like 4 channels I had completely flopped, and it's because I would try to post a lot, but I didn't really have any strategy behind what I was doing. Once I started like talking to more people who had more experience, and this is the biggest thing I did as a video editor, which I think was like a big reason as to why I started learning how to make really good videos. I would ask a lot of questions to my clients about how they would make the videos, because I was in charge of one section of creating the content, and that was just the post-production final part before it goes out to the public. But they would be in charge of the pre-production, figuring out the script, figuring out the concept, figuring out the thumbnails. And these are things that I would not really know anything about, but I would ask questions because I just knew trying to gain as much information before I started myself would be a really big edge versus everyone else. So to be honest with you, I definitely wasn't the best when I started posting, but I knew a lot more than the average person did before I put out my first video, just because I would ask so many questions to people who had track records of putting out quality videos and getting millions of views.
If you had to give like an action that you would recommend for someone starting a new channel, would it be along the lines of post 30 videos and try to learn from each one? Or would it be like take a course, study a YouTuber, put a lot of effort into 2 videos for 1 month? Like what would you do now?
This is what I would say. If we're talking about YouTube Shorts specifically, I would tell someone to post 1 video a day in a niche that they see someone else succeeding in.
So he's saying 1 video a day in a niche he sees someone is succeeding. That's not what he has done himself, right? 1 video a day. Because it's not what he has done, right? He's talking about having multiple channels, getting 1 million subscribers in 6 months, which is like 5,500 every day.
To take the person that you see succeeding and try to improve upon their videos. So there's 3 metrics that I like to look at to improve upon people's videos. Can you make the videos longer? Can you make them higher quality? And can you improve on the concepts? I think longer videos on YouTube Shorts really play a big role in how YouTube pushes them out. I see a lot of really good channels posting like 25 to 30-second videos, which is
This video is from, okay, 13 days. That's good. It's new.
fine. Pushes them out. I see a lot of really good channels posting like 25 to 30-second videos, which is fine, but I've gone in and then gone to 45-second videos on the same concept. This gives that audience more time to watch content, which they want to do. They want to absorb more content that they actually like, and YouTube promote longer videos because they have more time to place your ads. And so post longer videos, improve on the quality of the videos, and it can be really small things. Like, I'll just give an example. There's channels out there that post commentary videos, pretty much slap Mr. Beast on the back of it and create a storyline around one of his like concepts or videos or whatnot. All of their subtitles are in white, okay? I would look at that and I would be like, okay, whenever I say like a word like hate or scam or like one of those impact words, I would make it red. I would just add any little inputs I could to a specific video to try to give the viewer more visually. And these are just things I think about when I try
Okay, that's a good idea.
or like when I
Let
look
me
at that
repeat it.
like concepts or videos or whatnot. All of their subtitles are in white, okay? I would look at that and I would be like, okay, whenever I say like a word like hate or scam or like one of those impact words, I would make it red. I would just add any little inputs I could to a specific video to try to give the viewer more visually. And these are just things I think about when I try to copy a competitor that's doing well and try to replicate it for myself. And so sometimes it's not super obvious, but sometimes it is. If someone's making 30-second videos, try to make 45-second videos. If someone's quality clips are in 720p, but they're still getting millions of views, try to make yours in 1080p. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's always little things that you can improve upon, but those little things are going to give you that edge versus your competitor. And I think
Okay,
one of
honestly,
the big
that's a good thing. I think that's a good idea because I was just starting with a YouTube channel doing some Shark Tank shorts, and I see that Shark Tank shorts are successful in some channels with a lot of subscribers, which means that having a Shark Tank YouTube channel and making better videos than the others will be a successful way. And he's giving good ideas, which is like making the words that are impactful in red or giving them some more visuals.
is consistency. Like, if you post for 2 weeks and try to improve for 2 weeks, don't see results, and then give up, where is that really going to get you? You know, versus trying for 2 months and really putting the effort into improving every single video. And so you post video on Monday. You check the stats of it on Tuesday. You see that people dropped off at the 30-second mark. You go back to your script. You see what you said in the 30-second mark. Why do people drop off here? Did I drag it on for too long? Did I give too much context? Did I not go in depth enough? Or did I not visually explain what I was talking about? Really psychoanalyze what's going on in your video. People drop off here. Did I drag it on for too long? Did I give too much context? Did I not go in depth enough? Or did I not visually explain what I was talking about? Really psychoanalyze what's going on in your video and try to improve it next time. You might not have the answer, but at least trying to fix something that you think is wrong eventually is going to lead you to what you want to find out.
I think that's great advice about just finding little things that you can add. I think to go off of that, something I've noticed recently is that some people find things that you can remove,
Yes.
right? So a good example is I posted a podcast with Togi yesterday, and I made these really high quality clips, and there was a clip page on TikTok that just put like a little organic TikTok caption with no subtitles, and all those clips took off because it looked like something people would watch on TikTok, if that makes sense. So they actually removed stuff, which was kind of cool to see.
Yeah, I had a friend who does around like 500,000 a month on YouTube, long form basis channels, and he was just telling me this exact same thing. It was like, sometimes it's not about what you can add, it's about what you can remove, because a lot of people just add a lot into their videos thinking that it's going to benefit the viewer. But a lot of people like prioritize simplicity more, and especially on the internet with short attention spans, sometimes packing more things in can actually lead to like viewer confusion and them not knowing what's really going on. And so if you look at a lot of my content that I've put out, like even on my personal brand or on my pages, like maybe we pop up a video here or something, I'll send it to you after. I like to keep things simple, but very clear. Like, one of the biggest things that I talk to all the people in my program about, which like I think is the most important thing, is visually representing what you are talking about in your script. Because scripting can be amazing. You can have a really good script, really good hooks, a really good storyline, but if you're not visually representing what's going on, if you're talking about Andrew Tate or Mr. Beast grabbing a pencil, but then you show a video of him hugging someone, that is not going to visually represent what's going on. And a lot of people naturally do not think of that for some reason. They just slap clips behind a script and expect it to like get somewhere. You need to visually be representing what's going on. If you say something's going bad in the video, add a red tint, add like a sound effect. Audio and visual need to match what's going on in your script, because that's going to pretty much make the viewer not able to click away because they have to watch what's going on.
Have you ever heard the sentiment though that like you should show something that's kind of
Well, there are so many good informations that I just wrote down for myself. So what we have now, we have now the information that you should post a video a day in a niche that you see successful. So let's take the niche of Shark Tank videos as an example. Whenever they close the video and they don't watch anymore, track the quality, the quantity, track where they are closing the video, and then think about it. Like, did you have given it too much content, or was it not depth enough? Didn't you show it enough? Improve where you can improve. Have the video simple and very clear, visually represent what you are doing, and also add sound effects, and it has to match what is going on. And that way you can copy someone that makes good content, but making it better. Maybe even extend it from 30 seconds to 45 seconds or whatever.
The opposite of like what's being spoken about. Like if it's like Mr. Beast got really upset, you wouldn't show him like frowning. You might show him like walking away, looking back. Or I'm trying to figure out how to explain this concept. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I get what you're talking about, but this is the way that I use what you're talking about. So when you show something that's the opposite of what you're saying in your script, it's for conversion tactics. And what I mean by this is like, I would purposefully mispronounce Mr. Beast's name, or I would purposefully make Mr. Beast smile when I said he was sad. And people would go to the comments and be like, why would you place that in the video? So that's the times I would do it, but that's not a constant that I use throughout the entire video. Those are just little parts I plant in for engagement.
What's one principle you apply to every video that almost guarantees performance?
So let's continue the stream tomorrow.